Hello and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Survival. I am your host, Duty Boy. And this is a show where I build things in survival Minecraft and I show you what I built and how I built it. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe. On today's episode, we're going to finish up the farm that I started building on the last episode. As you may have seen, I built a barn here with a automatic wool farm inside of it. Looks like we're making a lot of wool. Wow! 2.5 stacks of wool. Almost 3 stacks of wool coming off this side. And as you can see, I went ahead and I filled in this other side with all the sheep, and we're getting stacks of various colors of wool here. The one that I'm missing, of course, is brown. But I do have a white sheep in there, so once I get some brown dye, hopefully I can dye that sheep and start getting some brown wool. But until then, I'm just kind of doubling up on my white wool, which is probably the wool I'll use the most, so it makes sense, right? Some other updates, as you can see, I put a wall around the perimeter of the area, and I've been building out the fields. All of these wheat fields are basically just here for show. I'm not going to farm all of these fields. This is the north edge of the property. This will be kind of a wall, and I'll use probably slabs or stairs to make these little jumps go away. But this area will be textured like a road, and we'll go up into this area, and this is the area where we'll have the medieval farm kind of spread out. So on today's episode, what I want to build the smaller buildings. Smaller but probably no less resource intensive. Today's episode we're going to build a stable for horses because I've got Bob way over there. I've got to bring Bob across the river. I'm also going to build a cow farm. I'm going to build 2 cow farms. I'm going to build one cow farm that looks like a little corral with a little slaughter pen in it. And then over here we're going to have a windmill. So it'll need to be a tall, narrow building, and then inside that tall, narrow building, I'm going to put the real cow farm, which will basically just be 24 cows in a hole. And I'm also going to put a chicken cooker in there. Finishing up the farm is going to allow me to clean up this area over here, which is just kind of this, this kind of mess sitting out here in the middle. As you can see, I managed to get rid of the sheep farm. No word on what happened to all those sheep. No, not sure what happened to them at all. So I've only half planted the farm. The rest of the farm, of course, is going to start about here in this narrower area. And this area will all be planted as well. But with these wider, I'm actually reconsidering these wider spaces because I had some problems over on that side with irrigation. I know I'm doing too much talking and not enough building, but planning this out is a bit problematic. So this is the cow pen. This would be the main pen here with a slaughter chute here like I'm talking about. Over here would be the stable, and over here would be the windmill. But this windmill, no matter how I square it, I mean the base of course is going to be really wide so that we can fit the real cow farm and the chicken cooker inside the base. The top of it, the narrow top, is going to be a little bit smaller and made out of wood, but the blades, I'm estimating the blades are probably going to come out as far as that. And with as tall as the windmill is going to be, this is looking really crowded, really crowded. And like I explained in that previous clip, I haven't quite landscaped this area well for something that's going to be planted as farmland. These layers can only be 4 wide. That's if I put blocks under here that irrigate these areas, they can only irrigate up to 4 blocks. So I'm going to have to redo this side. And to that effect, I have brought myself a box of dirt over from the house, and I'm going to get busy on that. Okay, that went a lot quicker and smoother than expected. So now we've got 3 irrigatable levels on. I've already got a good carrot crop. We're going to plant the carrots all the way over to here. And then we're going to grow potatoes all the way out to here. Moving all of this back has given us quite a bit more room. So I've managed to change this to a 3-stall horse stable and pushed it into the wall and pushed it all the way back here, and that's working out good. There's the cow pen, and I've also managed to push back the windmill quite a bit. So out of the things that I'm going to be building today, I feel like the cow pen is probably the easiest. I think we are going to do a cobblestone / brick base with textured brick every now and again, and then we can do spruce log posts at the ends, and then we're going to have a roof just above them there. So go ahead and get this all filled in. So the fence goes in this area, and then all of this needs to be replaced with gates. Then we're going to put a spruce post here, and then underneath it is where we're going to do the redstone. So I need to dig and mine all this out so that I can get under here. All right, and then the piston is going to go upside down under there. Need an obsidian block. So we're going to stick the sticky piston upside down right there with a block underneath it. That is going to activate this line of redstone dust underneath that one right there. Can I knock out the one under it? Yeah, I sure can. Put the stone back here. Put a redstone torch, whoops, on that block. As you can hear, it open and close for a second there. Put dirt there and see the trap door is now open because we put a torch under it. And because this is dark in here, we're going to want to put a torch just so that this redstone doesn't lag things down. In fact, I'm just going to spam torches all along here. That way we don't get any spawns down there. Now we just seal this back up, and then we just need to put a lever on top of here, and when we activate it, it closes the gate. See how that is? So then we can just stand here with a piece of wheat, open up the gate, and the cows will just flood right through it, and then we can walk on either side of it and kill them. Very simple redstone device. So I was building this thing, and it occurred to me that I might be building the pen wrong, and I did. I mean, how are you supposed to feed the cows through here? I mean, literally, the only place that I can feed the cows is through this little hole right here. So this is a failure. This happens every once in a while. You're building something and you think you know what you're doing. It doesn't matter whether you've been playing Minecraft for a month or for 6 years. And you build it wrong. And so now I'm doing what I do every time this happens. I am turning it down and starting over again. All right, so I've taken out the walls. I've replaced the walls with fences. Don't need this overhang. This wasn't really working for me. So now I've got a roof on top of it, lantern hanging in the middle, well-lit cow pen, and let's see. So all I have to do basically is hold some wheat in my hand, and they'll all gather up and try to make their way through the gate into the slaughter chute here that I've set up. But they're unable to make it through the gate because they're all trying to go at once. Look, my cat showed them how it's done. Anyway, like I said before, this is for show. All right, there we go. See? So once they filter into here, then we can close this, and then we can slaughter this guy. All right, so now we can just move on either side of the pen here and pick up everything that he dropped. So I've been over here working on the fields, and I look up And this is what I see. Just waiting at my wall to snipe me. You see them? There they are. There's literally more of them just hanging out outside the wall. Okay, guys, so I built what I think is a pretty cool little horse stable over here. Very medieval looking, I think. Very kind of rudimentary. I might mix up the textures here in the cobblestone like I did over there. But I don't know. I don't know if like everything needs to look like the barn. I mean, I'm not going to mix the textures on this wall. So I don't know. Let me think about it some more. But anyway, I'm going to bring Bob over here from across the river, which is over in that direction. And probably, I've seen another horse kind of hanging around. I haven't seen him in a couple Minecraft days. So we'll go see what happened to him, see if he's okay, see if he wants to come be part of our little community of horses here. But anyway, so I have these little openings with fences set up, and they're just one wide. They're it's 3 high. It's a 3 high opening, 4 high total. And there's this one weird trick I want to show you. If you put a piece of carpet here in between the fences, and then you put a horse in there, they'll stay there. So here's the intent. So now I can just write Bob directly in here, both of us. And then when I dismount him and leave, Bob stays in there. All right, so I've been doing some other stuff, obviously cleaned up a little bit, put a barrel here to put all my saddles in and other kind of stuff like that. And putting up some lanterns here to light it now that the sun is going down and Bob is still here. In fact, I think it's time to finally name Bob. So, by the power of Anvil or Grayskull or whatever, I named thee Bob. Good night, Bob. Alright, so I went and got another horse. I'm going to park it right here next to Bob so that Bob isn't unhappy. What am I going to name that horse? If you have a good idea for what I should name that horse, please leave it down in the comments. I'm going to let you guys name the black and white one. I've already named this one Bob. Maybe this one is a female. Or maybe it's just a buddy. I don't know. It's up to you. Please leave your thoughts down in the comments. So now to turn my attention to the windmill, I've put a brick floor in here just for the time being, and I'm going to put the cow farm, the actual cow farm, even though that's perfectly usable cow farm. This is going to be the high efficiency cow farm. I'm going to put it in here. At the bottom we need a hopper. It's going to go into that block. And then over here, we're going to need a chest maybe, or a barrel. We'll see. All right, so then on this side, we are going to need the dispenser facing in with a water bucket in it. All right, and then we're going to put blocks on that one, that one, that one. Now, when we put a button over here, we can trigger the water to come in, and that'll cause the cows to start bobbing. And then we press it again to take the water out, and the cows will settle down again. All right, so I got them both in the hole there. Don't know if I'm going to get my leads out. Okay, well, it's okay for me. I can just pearl out of here, but I still have one of the leads intact. Okay, so all we have to do is put something here to kind of keep the cows down. And now when we want to feed them, we just put some water under them and they bob up to the surface. All right, so now I've got my chicken cooker in. This is basically the typical chicken cooker that everybody makes. I can't really show you, but right behind this block there are about, 20 to 25 baby chickens. And when they grow up and they start laying eggs, the eggs will shoot out of here. The little baby chickens will cloister here, and then also every time an egg shoots out, the lava gets dispensed from the upper dispenser. It's unable to flow down. It'll stay up in this block, and any chickens that are full grown will be set on fire, killed immediately, and they will drop in there. Yeah, so while my farms are going, I'm going to start building this up, because now that the chicken cooker is in here, I know how high the first floor needs to be. Hello guys, after some time off, I'm back at it. So as you can see, I've basically kind of framed up the top. I put a little roof on there. I'd say that's permanent. I'm not too jazzed about the sides coming up, the dark oak coming up the little corner there. And I got the top levels on top, and that's where the blades will come out. I think the blades are going to go on the other side, just so that we have more room here. But I'm standing on top of the barn right now where the wolf farm is, and I'm not really sure that this is going to, whether the blades of the windmill are going to be visible from the top or not. So I'm going to go way over here, okay? All right, let's go back over here to my starter house and let's see what it looks like. Oh, that's way too short. Okay, guys, I took down the tower at the top of it, so each of the units above it was 3 blocks high, and now each of the levels is 5 blocks high with an additional block on top where the roof starts. Yeah, it's looking plenty tall from here, but what does it look like from over there across the river again? Let's see. Yeah, okay. So that's right in the middle of the little triangle roof is where the fans are going to go. I'm calling it the windmill blades, I should call them. They're technically blades. So the blades should spread all around. We should see like full 3 blades and then one behind it. So that looks pretty good. That'd be like a pretty good little postcard or backdrop over there. Very nice looking scene, I think. And I can't seem to take off because I'm trying to eat at the same time. Right, so I'm going to finish up the tower then. So I've decided to replace all of the spruce stairs on the mid-level with dark oak. And I think I like it much better. I mean, here's like a whole side, there's a whole side. Let's just drop down and see. Oh yeah, that looks much better. And then we have the white spaces above it. That looks a lot more balanced. But I've run out of food, so let's go in here and let's check and see how my how my farms are doing. Oh, okay, good. Look, we're getting like raw beef and leather in here, so I can cook up all this beef. And let's see over here. Oh yes, we're starting to get cooked chicken. Cool. So I don't have to cook anything. I can just basically take this chicken out of here and live on it. I don't know how I got raw chicken. Got a lot of feathers. But it looks like the farms are doing okay. And all I'm going to have to do is just push this button and breed up some more. Oh my goodness, that one round nearly doubled my raw beef. The leather, not so much. So I just finished the rooftop. I've got a dark oak stairs liner and then a spruce stairs interior. I got the top lined with planks and I let it overhang one. And I'm having another flipsy flopsy. I don't think I'm going to spend much of my time in this world of mine over there in that forest, unless I'm chopping it down. A lot of good spruce over there. And I think there's enough room. I think there's enough room on this side that if we just extend the beam out, that we can put the blades on this side and it won't be any big deal. All right, so there's the first blade. The second blade is going to go on top, so all the fences will go out here. I think maybe it's not long enough. I think maybe we can go ahead and because of the slope of this sub-level roof here, we can basically make it the length of all this. So that's 5, 6 plus 5. That's 11 blocks right there plus 1, 2. So yeah, I think we can make it 13 long. Okay, guys, huge update to show you. In fact, I think we're finished. So as you can see, there's like a dark oak line that's trying to be the main line. And then there's the lighter spruce, which kind of blends into the spruce of the background. I don't know. Maybe I will change those to oak. Maybe that would be better at some point. And so then inside here, of course, we have our cow farm cranking out the beefs. Yeah, doing pretty well. We have our chicken farm starting to cook chicken. We had a bit of a creeper incident over here. So had to go in and rebuild some and took the opportunity to add in some moss cob that I got from a dungeon I found down in the stronghold below this area. Okay, here we go over here. Here are my diamond horses. My stallions all tricked out in their diamond armor. I decided to replace this front wall with some cobblestone wall using some moss cob over here. Here's like the path. It's a mixture of coarse dirt and regular dirt and grass and path blocks, and put some lights out here just to keep the middle a little bit more lit. And here's the driveway. It goes all the way down here, and we've got the crops growing up on the side here. I went ahead and used some bone meal in order to make it come in. Of course, we could probably do some additional terraforming art out here just to make it all line up. But this is it, guys. This is my rustic farm, complete with useless cow farm that doesn't work very well, and also this little hay wagon here. Look at that. I love that. Yeah, the wheels don't look, too realistic, but it's Minecraft, man. It's a suggestive world. And of course, over here we have our barn with all of the sheep. Oh my goodness! Holy Toledo! Oh, we got even more on this side. Wow, we just have all of the wool piling in. We've got all of the chicken and all of the cow cooking up over here. I surrounded this with sweet berry bushes. But anyway, guys, I am really enjoying this. This has been a fun episode. It's taken a long time. It's actually taken me 2 weeks to do this episode. But you know what? I took some little breaks in between, and I enjoyed myself. And this is how I decided to play Minecraft in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you'll enjoy me for more fun times in the next one. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Hey guys, just got a comment on my iron farm video from a couple weeks ago from Serge vs. Stratton. This is actually a great vid. Thank you, Serge. What dimension was the hole you dug for the iron farm? Okay, well, Serge, my surface level here is at Y63, and as we go down, we'll just take a look at this. The iron farm is 5 blocks wide, and it is 19 blocks long. The first platform I put below the surface, it is 8 blocks below the surface. And then below the platforms, I actually dug down 4 more below the bottom one. And then there's this 3 wide ledge. And then, as you can see, I dug down all the way to Y8. And here is where there's a water stream on each side. I use fence gates to keep the iron golems falling into the lava, which is suspended on top of a couple of signs. It's basically one bucket of lava that just kind of flows this way. Signs at both sides keep it pinned to the middle, and wherever the iron golems fall in, they are going to burn up. I hope that answered your question, Serge, and I hope you enjoyed the videos and come back again.